I thought it appropriate that, although it's just a Thursday,
We gather tonight
I would like
to commemorate the shahadat of our 11th Imam,
on the Prophet.
Imam Hassan Askari alayhi salatu wassalam.
On which will be questioned.
I would like to begin with one famous hadith of the Imam and extend from one phrase of that hadith to the topic that I would like to discuss tonight as an introduction to what I would like to talk to tomorrow night. Our 11th Imam in one of the famous hadith says that there are 5 signs
until you are
of the Shias. There are 5 things by which the Shias are known. The first is that they are the people who recite 51 rakat in a day, which is 17 rakat of the wajib prayers, and then all the nafila and the namaz al-shab. When you get the total, it is 51 rakat. We'll leave that. We'll not discuss about it. I'll leave it with you for think about it. The second is that one of the signs of the Shias is that they recite the ziyarat of Arba'een of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Because when we talk short ziyarat, but Imam says that this is one of the signs of the Shias. And third is that they are the people, they use the ring, they wear the ring in the right hand. Unfortunately tonight I forgot both of mine. Based on our dunya. The fourth one is that the Shias are those who, when they do the sajda, they put their forehead on the earth. And basically the answer, referring to the turba. We have other choices, paper, straw mat and things like that. But Imam is saying the sign of Shias is that when they do sajda, they do on the turba. And the last one is that the Shias are those, whenever they recite the surahs in the namaz, whether it's the namaz where you recite the surahs loudly or silently, in all cases they say the phrase Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim loudly and clearly. These are the 5 things that Imam has mentioned. But I would like to go to the second one, which is the ziyarat of Arba'een of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And there, if you look at the ziyarat, you will see part of this ziyarat, like all other ziyarat that we have of ziyarat al-Warisa and other ziyarat, we see that where we praise our Imam, we show our love and devotion towards them. We also have been taught by our Imam to express our hatred towards the enemies of the Ahlul Bayt. When you leave your home, and this is by saying the la'na. We do it in the ziyarat al-Warisa and even in the ziyarat of Arba'een, where we say Allahumma la'nan wabila wa adhibhum azaban alima. Oh Allah, send them multiple la'nat and curse. فلعن الله من قتلك ولعن الله من ظلمك ولعن الله أمة صميت بضاك فرضيت به. Means may the curse of Allah be upon the person who killed you, O Hussein. May the curse be on the person who oppressed you. And may the curse be on the people, the nations and communities who heard about the events of Karbala and they were happy with what happened. And so this is a theme we will see in the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt. And traditionally what has become a tradition among Shias, especially from the Indian subcontinent, we begin the Azadari, the morning ceremonies for Imam Hussain alayhi salam from Muharram. We continue in Safar till Chehlum. And then, basically, our first happy occasion is on the 9th of Rabiul Awwal, which is tomorrow. And that is called Eid Zahra, the celebration of Bibi Zahra, salawatullah alayha. That is one celebration, which is not attached to the birth of any Imams, or anything which happened to the Imams. It is the day we celebrate the revenge taken by Mukhtar bin Ubaidullah Saqafi against the murderers and the killers in Karbala. And this is something I never. And so that's a unique celebration. I have been observing in the last 3 years that our community seems to have a cold side when it comes to Eid Zahra. Even the number I see tonight is more than what I have seen in the last 3 Eid Zahra that I've been here with the Jama'ah.
The ahadith are saying
And that is why tonight I would like to emphasize on this issue and talk about it, why we celebrate it, and why it is permissible from the Islamic point of view to curse and do la'nat on those who were qatilan and those who killed Hussein alayhi salam and his family and companions in Karbala. Salawat. The actual event of what Mukhtar did and how things happen, I'll talk about that tomorrow night inshallah. So if you want to listen, you come there.
And so we have,
But tonight I would just like to talk about this issue. That when we talk about this whole issue of saying,
going back to the,
there is a mentality out there that don't say anything bad about anyone.
read one or two sentences.
It is also the trend of the time, in the part of the world that we live, and the time in which we live. We don't have problem with that. But there are certain times and situations and people where you have to make a very clear stand, whether you are on this side or that side. You can't say I am here or there, I don't know.
What we should be,
And I leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, sometimes things are so clear that you have to take a stand and say this is right or wrong.
you say to Allah subhanahu
We
wa
have a concept in the riwayat of the Ahlul Bayt where we talk about hub for Allah and bughd for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we talk about these two sentiments in us, one is love and one is hatred. We are not talking about hatred, love and hatred for its own sake. As long as our love for any person is based on the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as long as our hatred for somebody because of the issue of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is involved, there is no problem there. Of course, you cannot start hating people just because of, hating. No, that is where Islam will say no. But if it is hub fillah, wal-bughd fillah, to love someone because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to hate someone because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is essential part of the teachings of Islam. This is the meaning of tawalla and tabarra. We cannot say we love Hussein alayhi salam, but when it comes to his killers and the murderers, well, we leave the judgment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who are we to judge about them? Well, we can talk about ourselves. We can talk about other human beings. But when it comes to the events of Karbala where issues are so clear, you cannot say we are leaving the judgment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Either Allah is just or He is not just. And if He is just, then He is going to punish Yazid and his officers and the people who killed Hussein and his family and companions.
Imam has one